Dear friends, in today's session, we are going to discuss a very important topic which helps us in understanding the decision making of a worker. So, as you know, that every worker has a choice uh, in a finite time period over the entire day, that means within 24 hours, a person has a choice of how much time to allocate for work and how much time to allocate for leisure. So let us try to see that how this decision making takes place and for how long can you incentivize a worker to work if you keep on offering them higher wage rates. So what is that point where the incentive to work more may decline even if the wage rates are rising. So we'll try to answer the question whether the incentive for more hours of work can decline at higher wage rates with the help of example. In this example, we are plotting the hours which are leisure and work hours on x-axis and money income on y-axis. All these five blue negatively sloped lines are indicating the changing wage rates from W1 to W5. And at each of the wage rate you will find one indifference curve tangent. Looking at the points of tangency, we are able to know that at a particular wage rate, how many hours an individual has decided to work and how much has he allocated for leisure. So let's discuss this one by one. At wage rate W1, this individual is working for AZ hours and devoting OA hours for leisure. At wage rate 2, the individual is working for BZ hours and devoting OB hours for leisure. At wage rate W3, where the wage rate has increased further, the point of tangency indicates that the person is working for CZ hours and is devoting OC hours for leisure. Now, when wage rate rises beyond W3 and it increases to W4, we can see that the individual is still not increasing the hours of work, rather is choosing to work for BZ hours and devoting OB hours of leisure. Similarly, if the wage rate has increased to W5, the number of hours being devoted for work have in fact decreased. They have decreased to AZ, which was the same number of hours at which the person was willing to work at wage rate W1. And at W5, the hours devoted for leisure is OA. So you can see that when we compare A and B points, they are showing the same number of hours at two different wage rates. So just to recollect, at point A, you can see that there are two indifference curves tangent and showing AZ number of hours. So basically the individual is willing to work for AZ number of hours at W1 wage rate as well as at W5 wage rate. Similarly, the individual is willing to work for BZ number of hours at W2 wage rate as well as W4 wage rate. So basically, the number of hours have started declining beyond wage rate 3. So as the wage rate has increased from W3 to W4 and from W4 to W5, we are seeing a decline in the working hours allocated by the individual. This decline can give a very interesting shape to the labor supply curve, as we can see later. So basically here the points of tangency have been highlighted because these points of tangency will help us in deriving the labor supply curve of this individual. So now let us connect these points and derive the labor supply curve. So when we plot all these points A, B, C on x-axis and when we plot all the 5 changing wage rates on y-axis, we are able to get this shape which is a backward bending curve. So the curve is initially positively sloped, after that it changes its curvature, so this is the point of inflection, and after that the curve starts moving back. So this is indicating the same story, that when the wage rate is W1, the worker is willing to work for say OA hours of, you can say OA hours of for OA hours in a day. When wage rate is increasing to W2, The person is willing to work for OB hours. When the wage rate is increasing to W3, the person is willing to work for OC hours. And when the wage rate is increasing beyond W3, the number of hours chosen to be spent at work are declining. So that's why this entire curve is showing a backward bending shape. So what it basically implies is that till a certain point of time, which in this diagram is W3, there would be a positive relation between wage rate and the hours of work devoted at workplace for work. While beyond that, because a person has already got enough income, has already got sufficient income, he would be willing to spend it more on leisure, and that's why he will choose to reduce the time spent on work. So, as the wage rate increases, generally an individual's income rises, and this enables the worker to have more leisure activities because leisure activities become more affordable. However, at the same time, the time for such leisure activities reduces. That's why beyond a certain level of wage rate, the supply of labor would decrease as the worker would prefer to devote more time on leisure, less time on work. And this leads to the backward bending shape of labor supply curve. So this is how the individual supply curve of labor can be understood at changing wage rates. However, in order to understand how to derive the market supply of labor, we will be meeting again in next session. Till then, all of you take care and have a very good time ahead. Thank you.